All right, y'all, welcome back to Outta The Bunker, where the swings are real.
Woo! Good shot.
And so are the stories.
I remember like being young, my dad would be like, this used to just be a forest.
Yeah.
And now look what we've created.
Yeah.
I think that's very fulfilling because you're also creating people's home.
In today's episode, we're joined by Connor Downey, Villanova alum, real estate pro, and director of revenue management at Southern Land Company. Connor dives into his unique journey from the fairways of playing golf at Villanova to helping shape vibrant communities like Westhaven in Tennessee. He talks about the family legacy, the creative side of development, and the importance of balancing golf and life. Tune in for the practical wisdom and inspiration to help you break out of your own bunker. Grab your clubs or coffee and let's get into it. This is Outta The Bunker with Connor Downey. So we are here today with Connor Downey, like the fabric softener.
Yes.
And his dad actually owns at Westhaven, owns a golf course.
Yep, we're the developer, owner, and operator of the HOA at Westhaven and the golf course.
And how many golf courses do you guys own?
Just this one. This is the only one. Previously, we did have a course in Chattanooga, but this is the crown jewel, the one and only golf course we have. We have plans for others in the future, but currently this is our only one.
So we're gonna get his intake on one, having to step up and be in that spotlight of his dad, and then play this gorgeous golf course. So let's go hit him straight, hopefully.
This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I've really gotten into podcasts recently. I used to not really, 5 or 6 years ago, feel like it wasn't too big of a thing, but now like I'm kind of a low-key, I'm kind of a nerd. I was an economics major in college and then went to Harvard to get a master's in real estate. But I went to the London School of Economics, and so I listened to the Economist podcast a lot.
Definitely do not listen to those. I definitely do not listen to those. I listen to more like mindset podcasts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's, I understand why you and Virgil get along now.
Yeah, I didn't used to be into it. It was about like 2 years ago now. I really got into it, and then I just woke up one day and I was like, dude, I think.
Oh, I should have introduced myself as Bart Hogan. Has Virgil told you about that?
I haven't. Is that your alter ego?
That is my, golf ego. Yeah, that's my golf ego. A little half.
I work with a mindset coach, his name's Vaughn, and he's a firm believer of alter egos, and he actually got me a bracelet that says J Money. So like you want to step into your alter ego.
Mine tends to, try to hit a 3-wood over the water.
Does Bart come out even more with a shot of tequila?
Oh yeah.
Virg already fixed a part of my swing.
He certainly knows how to do that.
Yeah, pretty quickly.
So you live in Dallas.
I live in Dallas.
Where in Dallas?
Frisco area.
Okay, awesome. We have a couple big regional offices. We're kind of split in each corner. So we have Nashville is our corporate headquarters in Green Hills. I don't know how long you'll be in town for, but it's at like above True Food Kitchen. I feel like that's everyone's point of reference. We develop, own, and operate the high rise in the office building there. We have a large regional office in Plano at Legacy. Legacy West or whatever.
Yeah, I'm right over there.
Yeah.
Where's your wallet?
I'm over there somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, but we have.
So is that where you lived there for a while?
Yeah. So right after college, it was interesting. Going to Villanova, which is like right outside of Philadelphia, kind of suburban Philadelphia. Strangely, I had a lot of friends from college that all ended up moving to Dallas for one job or the other. Villanova's has an undergrad business school, so a lot of the big Four accounting, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan would kind of recruit out of there. And that was kind of right when Dallas became Y'all Street. And all that stuff was going on.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of friends move to Dallas. I wasn't quite ready to come back to Nashville.
Yeah.
I grew up here. This is home for me. Will always be home. Right out of college, I was like, I want to go somewhere else just for a little bit because I know I'm going to be back in Nashville for ever. So I went to Dallas for 2 years, lived in Knox Henderson.
Oh yeah.
In one of our projects there.
That's like the fun area.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
It was.
It's not like there's not really much to do in Dallas
With all the
anymore.
Well, Dallas, the way I think of Dallas is people love to go to dinner. It's a big dinner place.
Yeah, it is more of a big dinner place.
Whereas
like
Nashville,
Nick and Sam's and all
Nashville's
those.
more of a. Nashville's a fun city.
It used to be a fun like party place,
But
now not so much anymore.
I enjoyed it. It's hard to compare Nashville and Dallas. I think anyone that's been to both a lot
Yeah.
knows that they're two very, very different places.
Did you ever go to Austin when you lived there?
I did.
It reminds me more of like an Austin vibe. Nashville.
Yeah. Okay, we're on the green.
We are?
We're putting.
Oh.
All right, cool. What is that thing?
It helps with the wind.
Oh, it's not too bad outside.
No, we played windier, but it's just when you're in the cart.
Yeah.
Like this will pick up wind so you can't hear as well.
Oh, gotcha.
They roll a lot of stuff through like AI and it'll take out like, he says.
Some of the
out the
AI, I feel like AI is just continues to
Oh.
get bigger and better every day. It's like, oh, there's this, now you can create a video with just a text. Like you can say, hey, I saw this Instagram reel earlier that was like, create a video of a Ferrari
Me and Aaron.
driving through Manhattan.
Yeah.
And it just does it.
Good ball.
Oh, give it to me.
So is your whole family golf?
No, actually, fun fact, my dad has never played a round of golf in his life.
Really?
Yep. We have, throughout the years, we tried to buy him every set of golf clubs you can imagine. Virgil tried to get him to play. He plays tennis. No one in my family actually ever played competitive golf. The way I always describe how I got into golf was my Uncle Jim, huge golfer. He would always babysit me when I was really young. So I was actually born in Chattanooga. So my parents would, drop me off with my aunt and uncle who lived down the street, and he had a net in his basement. I would just start hitting them, and I started playing when I was probably 5.
Wow.
Yeah. Played my first tournament when I was about 10, actually at the little course, which is right down the street. It's a 9-hole. It's the home of the Tennessee PGA. When I got pretty good, my older brother who lives in New York or Connecticut now, he picked it up just to play with me a little bit. He's never really taken a lesson, but he's an athletic guy. And
Yeah.
I'm the only one that plays golf of my entire family, even really extended family besides my uncle.
So what got your dad into wanting to buy a golf course?
We actually built the golf course. So it started when Westhaven kept getting so popular. This was one of the first big amenities Westhaven had. It opened in 07, which was just under 10 years after Westhaven's inception. We actually bought this land in 1999.
Wow.
So it is now going on, 26 years of development, and we still have 1,000 homes to build, which our single family division will design and build. And then we just started marketing our active adult community. So it's
That's smart. That's where a lot of stuff is going to.
Yep, active adult is basically the concept is 55 and up.
Yeah.
And it's not quite ready for memory care. You still have an active lifestyle, but you basically want to live in a resort.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to feel like. So there's going to be 150 single family homes that are already for sale, and then about 250 apartments. But those won't be done for a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
But they'll have pickleball and saunas, steam room, all the health and wellness stuff,
Red light.
on-site dining. It should be really, really awesome. I actually had one of my friends, again, I'm 28, ask me like, do you really have to be 55 and up? Because I saw the pictures and would love to live there. And I was like, yeah, you actually have to be 55. I was like, but your dad could buy a house.
I'm actually a nurse practitioner, so I see the need for that all the time. And
Yeah.
you go into these communities, especially in Dallas, and they're not good.
I think there's a pretty big separation, or what I've noticed is that you have like the memory care, the nursing homes where people really need 24-hour assistance.
Yeah.
But then there's this other group, there's other demographic that I think is becoming, there's a lot of them now. Like my parents' age who are 65 and like me, their kids are out of the house. They want to downsize, live a little bit easier of a lifestyle, and that's kind of made for them.
Yeah, well, and I think that it prevents like the memory care and everything else because they continue to stay active. Like it
Right,
gives them something
right.
to do, a community.
So we'll have in that project, we'll have a community event director that will just plan events, gatherings, wine nights, pickleball tournaments, whatever it may be. Good shot.
Thanks.
Looks like you're the ringer today.
It's because Verge held my swing. I was swaying, and he was like, "You need to turn this way."
I
And it
just
made
had the
all the
same exact
difference in the
problem.
world.
Yep. It's funny how just a little knows as much as him about the golf swing can take like a 5-minute look at you and just be like, oh, just do this. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Instead of you go to so many people that like try to do golf and they're like, turn your feet this way, keep your head down, do this,
Yeah.
your hands.
Virgil usually teaches with like a feeling of some kind. Virgil's a friend now more so than a golf coach, but he teaches the golf swing in kind of a unique way that always really helped me play better. Instead of like, keep your head down, do this, don't sway, it would just be like, feel like you're doing this. And it would be some outlandish analogy. Like he has all sorts of fun analogies. I'm trying to think of one. I don't know what that was.
Well, what helped me today, actually, he was like, see my wallet? Pretend like my wallet's turning this way. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That
you
makes
see
sense
all
now.
these people doing this, and I'm like, I don't get that. But he's like, watch my back wallet.
Yeah.
Oh, it like clicked.
Yeah. He'd always say, Bart, just turn till you can't turn anymore.
Yeah.
That was like,
but my problem is when I would turn like my whole club, and then I'd go right, and my whole body, instead of just turning this way.
oh, it's pretty.
Thank you.
Be the number. Come back. It is always funny coming out here. We've been involved in Westhaven. I mean, we started it. We're the master developer of everything. We do sell lots, but not anymore. When we first opened the neighborhood, we had several home builders. Mike Ford, who's a big Nashville home builder, he has a lot of homes out here, but it's been really interesting seeing the progress of Westhaven. I mean, when I was growing up, Westhaven was considered far out, and now it's probably one of the more desirable places to live anywhere around Nashville.
Go. Buddy golf.
Whew. That was fast.
Yeah.
Really fast. Hated that.
So because your dad is such a creative mind, do you think that you grew up with a really creative mindset?
You know what? I would have never really thought until I became more involved in the company as a whole that I would have had the creative gene. I was always kind of a...
Well, you said nerdy, like...
Yeah, well, I've always been, I was an economics major, really math and, like in school, math and science focused. But then I got in the company and realized that me and my dad share a very similar quality of, we're very creative, we're very design oriented, which I would have never expected of myself. I would have never thought that I had that. The creative part of all of this is actually my favorite aspect of all the things we do, like getting to design a building from the ground up, see how it's going to look. We have in-house interior designers, so they'll pick, show us all the selections for everything.
And then you get like the final say.
Right, so, I get to be in the room when we're talking about what cabinet colors are going to go in a building, or, what new master plan community, how it's going to lay out. All that stuff is actually my favorite part.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you grow up though thinking like, oh, I'm going to have to do the family business?
Never.
Never.
I always use the analogy, it's like Tiger Woods teaching you how to play golf.
Yeah.
So you grow up with someone that's so influential in development. I think people react to it one of two ways, either like resent it or love it. And for me, I loved it from day one. I was never pushed into it. If I wanted to go work at JP Morgan or something, it would have never been an issue.
I think that's why too, is because if they never pushed you to do something, it's just like
Right.
sports.
And I loved always getting to see, Westhaven and Virtus and Green Hills and some of the really cool projects around the country we've done. Seeing those come to fruition, like, I always think it's very cool to take, like, the neighborhood I grew up in, Laurelbrook, which is another one of our properties. I remember, like, being young, my dad would be like, this used to just be a forest.
Yeah.
Literally just used to be a farm out in the middle of nowhere, kind of like Westhaven.
Yeah.
And now look what we've created.
Yeah.
I think that's very fulfilling because you're also creating people's homes and you're affecting like their true livelihood. So I find it more satisfying. We take a lot of pride in providing a good resident experience.
Yeah.
For all of our properties, having lots of, resident events and really, going the extra mile on like the whole service aspect.
Yeah.
All of our multifamily buildings have concierge and all the good stuff.
Yeah, above and beyond for sure.
Recently, the big kick, and I'm sure you've seen this as well, is the health and wellness dynamic.
Yeah, I actually own a health and wellness business in Dallas.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm. It's like an anti-aging.
Okay.
I would say it's not your typical med spa.
Woo. Woo. Virgil used to be a resident in one of our buildings.
Oh, really?
Yep. For like 2 years. We have how long are you in Nashville for?
Tonight, I actually leave tonight because I have to work tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna come. I'll be back here in September. So.
Well, if you ever want to play Westhaven with or without me or Virgil, please let me know. I'm happy to.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Happy to
that.
set it up for you.
Yeah, if there's anybody else I can interview too. Once you do it, like then you're like, oh, I get what she's doing. Does that make sense?
I watched.
Oh, did you?
To be honest, oh yeah. Because I was like,
I don't know if I really want to do this.
well, no, I was like, I was always in. I told Virgil I would, do some of his stuff with them, and but I was like, I've never done this, so I should probably do some like pre-game research.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I followed you on Instagram.
Oh, thanks. I swayed.
That's all right. I actually put one in the fairway, so we're good.
That's all that matters.
We're taken care of.
It's my buddy golf.
Playing a scramble is so much more fun. Just your average day of golf than makes everyone feel like they're playing better.
You don't get as frustrated.
If I could request one thing from my days of playing golf, I wish we would have had more match play events.
Oh.
Like match play is more of a European thing than an American thing, but the Ryder Cup's so fun, and in college we had a Ryder Cup style event with Georgetown and some of the other Big East schools. Should I get over the bunker?
Oh, you're in the bunker.
No.
What was some of your favorite tournaments you played in then?
Favorite tournament I ever played in was probably, I was actually on the Team USA with the International Junior Golf Tour when I was a freshman in high school. We got to go to St. Andrews.
Oh.
So it was the United States versus Canada versus Europe. It was 4 days, all Ryder Cup style. That was probably the most memorable. It was really cool, like I have Team USA gear that I still have to this day. And then obviously first Wildcat Invitational, which was our Villanova's home event, was a lot of fun. I played really well. It was like the first time I really got to start as a freshman. So that was a great time. I got to play TPC Sawgrass in an event when I was in high school. I've gotten to play a lot of really great courses and great events. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet.
But I'm retired now. Now I have to work for a living.
Yeah, why didn't you go pro? You could have done this your whole life. It's a whole nother story.
That would be great, right?
Good.
I'm laying up, so you can do.
No, I was gonna do the same thing. Oh, playing yours again.
That works for me.
Did you ever want to go pro?
To be honest, my goal kind of throughout, working with Virgil or whoever it may have been, was always really to have a great college career. And then I always had a passion for my family's company and business in general. So I think once I was old enough to kind of understand what I wanted to do in life, I think I was more like, I played Division I golf, had a really great experience, got to do a lot of great things, and I'd like, now I'm on to the next thing.
What age was that when you realized it?
I was probably a freshman in college when I realized, you get to college and you're the best in high school, unbeatable, you're the guy to beat all the time. Then you get to college and it's like, wow, there's 200 of me.
Yeah.
I kind of got into economics. I was more familiar with the company, how it worked, kind of what we do. I kind of fell in love with that more so than I fell in love with golf. I was in love with golf for
years.
90% of my life, yeah. But ultimately, I think I always knew when I was growing up that I wanted to be a big part of my family's company, and I have no regrets of doing that. Getting to work with my dad, get to learn how the big boys do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to be in the room. He'll bring me into meetings or whatever it might be that typically I wouldn't be involved in, just so I can sit there and learn and kind of understand how different parts of the company work, which has been really, really cool. It doesn't really feel so much like a
job.
Like a job, yeah.
Yeah.
My current role as director of multifamily revenue is a lot of market analysis and setting rent prices. How are we going to be competitive in this market or that market? And that's like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know how I got so into it, but understanding the markets and where we need to be rent-wise, how we need to lease the building up, that's my forte. So right now I'm in a good role that I think
cool. Suits you.
Yeah, it definitely suits me very well.
I think
Be the number.
Looks like the right club.
One time.
Good ball.
When we first opened in 07, the golf course in 07, a part of the membership was, and I think this is accurate, if you bought a Southern Land home, you came with a golf membership.
Oh yeah.
Now we have a big waiting list for golf club members, but we also have a waiting list for just to be a social member.
Oh wow.
To have access to the dining room upstairs, and then also all the really spectacular events they do out here. They have Westfest, which is they bring in all sorts of local artists. It's a big party. And then their July 4th fireworks show is no joke.
Oh really?
I mean, it is we do fireworks very well here.
Oh, that'd be fun to see.
They do it on the driving range. They do this massive 4th of July show on the driving range. The fireworks are incredible. They rival anything I've seen.
You need to come back for a 4th.
Oh, I like it. Sit.
I like it too.
Sit.
That's great. Oh.
If you tell me, slap someone with my knuckles or put my, knuckles on the hood of the car, I can figure that one out, kind of. I love Michelob Ultra. That's my go-to. Actually, High Noons and Michelob Ultra are...
Mine too. For some reason, when it's hot too, I'm not a huge beer person, but my brother actually brews beer, and I hate beer, and he makes fun of me for Michelob Ultras, but I just... It's almost I feel like it's hydrating.
I love... It's gotta be 80% water.
Yeah. That's why I like when it's hot, and I'm like...
But High Noons, and have you had Surfside?
I haven't had Surfside.
You should try Surfside. It's like High Noon, but it's all lemonade flavor-ish, so it's super refreshing. On a hot day, it's really good.
John Daly has a drink now. Have you drank that yet?
He also has a bar. I was there this weekend.
Oh really? Here?
Yeah. He just opened a bar in Midtown, right near Vanderbilt.
Have you ever met him?
I actually did get to meet him. I went to the Masters almost every year through high school. When I went to college, it was just too difficult to get from Philadelphia to here for 2 days. My dad has some friends, associates, I don't know where he gets tickets, but...
Does he like watching golf?
He does.
So he at least likes watching golf.
He could probably be a competitive coach because he has watched me, Virgil, he's watched me hit a million golf balls. Yeah. He knows, for better or for worse, he could diagnose my swing in the middle of a round, no problem.
Yeah.
He would say, okay, you did that or whatever. Sometimes I'd listen, sometimes I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It was right when John Daly's RV show or whatever came out, and he was outside of the gates of Augusta, and in his RV from the show, just signing whatever you'd want him to sign. So he literally had to John Daly, someone that I grew up watching, play on the PGA Tour. He just had a fold-out table with gloves, balls, hats, not like John Daly hats. he just like went to Dick's Sporting Goods and bought like a handful of stuff for, I got to meet him and he was really pleasant. He was a very nice
He
guy.
seems like he'd be a really nice guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's so left. Whoops.
Good shot.
It is. I tried
You
to hit a 9-iron 163 yards and hooked it.
Wait, how many? Do you just have one older brother?
I have one older brother. He's 42. He has a daughter who's the queen of the Downey family, or princess, actually, she's a princess. Her name's Scarlett. She's the only girl in the Downey family, and she's the only granddaughter. So my parents are now grandparents. They live in Greenwich, Connecticut. They used to live in New York, and then Scarlett was born. She's 5. Scarlett was born right during COVID, and New York City, living in the city, had just gotten kind of dangerous, a little bit sketchy with that, with everything being shut down. They moved out to Connecticut. Our office in New York is in Rockefeller Center, which is really cool. It's also
really
next
cool.
to the American Girl doll store.
Oh,
Like,
that's
we actually-
dangerous for her.
Yeah. So,
It's crazy that it's still around.
but
right?
she calls my dad Timmy, and my mom Dee Dee. And she can actually, now that she's 5, she can say my name, which is like really cool, because I've never grown up with anyone like younger around.
Yeah.
So like I went on vacation with them. I watched Moana 2 on repeat with her and her little friend at least a dozen times. And they just never got bored. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
My brother was out of the house by the time I was 6.
So were you a mistake?
He was the mistake.
I'm actually the youngest by 7 to 8 years too.
I'm definitely the favorite child.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely
I
the
think
favorite child.
youngest, it's just a guarantee.
Yeah.
Especially by 7 to 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
Does he work for the family business?
He does. He does. He is our chief investment officer. He has a really interesting background. He was a civil engineer at Vanderbilt. Brilliant guy, like annoyingly smart guy. But he's very good at the construction engineering part of things, which is something that like seems like it takes a lot of time just to really learn.
Yeah.
But his civil engineering background, he's very, very good on the construction side. So right now we have, in the past 12 months, we've opened 8 new buildings around the country. He's been kind of helping get those across the finish line, but he also is really on the acquisition side. So any new projects, there's a lot of real estate distress out there right now. So I bet we get 100 deals sent to us a week, either that need rescue capital or they can't make the numbers work, they can't get financing, whatever it is. So he's pretty busy right now. But yeah, he works in our Rockefeller Center office, which it's a love-hate relationship with Rock Center because our office literally looks out on the tree, but our office also looks out on the tree. So it's like to get in and out of there during the Christmas season, nightmare.
Oh, I bet.
Nightmare. But there's always something cool going on there,
Yeah.
with the Today shows right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good Morning America.
Yeah, Good Morning America. That's right.
So they always have some fun stuff going on. And when Grandpa Timmy comes in town, he spends a lot of money. We spend a lot of time at that American Girl doll
I
store with
bet.
Scarlett.
I bet.
She loves the Plaza Hotel. I don't know what movie she saw, but
They like spend the night there.
what she wanted for her birthday from Grandpa Timmy is she wanted to stay at the Plaza Hotel with her mom and her friend for 2 nights, which I thought was really kind of funny, but very sweet. I mean, she'll get whatever she wants out of me. I don't know how you say no to her. So my brother's in for it for sure. My
Are
mom
they gonna have more
thinks
kids?
no.
One
He's-
and done.
Yeah.
So if you're the favorite, does that mean you're taking over the family business?
Well, I guess we'll see. My brother and I have pretty
You have a good relationship?
yeah. It's interesting because he is so much older that like he has like all the wise advice, but he's been telling me that he's been showing me R-rated movies since I was 4. I knew every word to the movie Varsity Blues. I memorized the entire movie. By the time I was literally like 6 years old, got in some trouble at school for repeating things I shouldn't have said. But no, he's great. It's almost like he's so much older that he has like a whole different perspective
Mindset
of
on it
life,
all.
and he's been through so much, especially with the company. Like if I have a question that I don't want to ask, like if I'm like, hey, I know this is a dumb question, but can I ask? And he'll be like, yeah, no worries, just like I'll send it to you, you can look at it. But we also have like very we're almost polar opposites.
Yeah,
as
you
people.
sound like you guys are.
So
Because you're more creative.
So I'm more creative, very much like my dad. He is more like bottom line focused and more on the kind of financial.
Like the numbers guy.
Yeah, but we work very well together because, like, for example, we have this new high rise in Charlotte that is about to go vertical. He is, the one that is signing the GMP for our construction loan, and basically, like, he was like, hey, Connor, we need to have a meeting so we can make sure you're good with all of the unit mix, which is kind of my thing. But then also all the selections of the building, how it looks, how the parking works, kind of the more logistics of operating a building like that.
Yeah.
So we do have kind of opposite skill sets,
Complimentary though.
but they're complementary. So it works out very well.
Yeah. I always say, like, in business, like, I'm a creative,
Yeah.
but I hate numbers. So like my business suffers on the numbers part because you try to do it all and it's something that I hate. So you put me in front of a computer to do this, I'm like, I could go do something else.
I would love to just spend, like, I always joke with our interior design department that it's my favorite meeting.
Yeah.
We all, like, whenever we have new interior design stuff, I get, it's one of my favorite things. I think I got it from my dad, but if you would have asked me in high school, hey, do you think that you're gonna really enjoy the design part or like the financial, running a company type side? And I would have said all day the math, financials, the operations, but the design stuff is what makes everything
So much
really cool. You
fun.
get to put your touch on this, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I get a little bit more exposure to it just with my dad and everything.
Yeah, because your dad lives here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not.
Oh,
good.
not in Westhaven, no. She lives in Laurelbrook,
Where's
which
that
is
at?
about 10, maybe 15 minutes that way.
Oh, okay.
Close, like on the way back to Nashville.
Uh-huh.
House I grew up in, wonderful neighborhood. One of our projects, it's more of a custom home. It's about 350 homes. It was done. It was completed about, God, it's probably been 10 years now since the last home was built. But all the homes are millions of dollars. A lot of cool people live there. It was a fun place to grow up. Everyone drives golf carts around. And,
Yeah, I pulled up here and I'm like, they're all pimped out golf carts here.
oh
too.
yeah, the golf cart scene here is second to none. My grandmother has a swanky golf cart that she drives to Kroger, to her appointments in the neighborhood. She lives the life.
Great putt. Great putt. Do you think you never let the creative come through because you were trying to go against your dad?
No.
Or no?
No, I
just
just
never
don't
realized
think
it?
I was ever exposed to it. I went to MBA, all boys prep school, known for their academic workload.
Yeah.
And like one of, if not the most well-known high school, in the area. In high school, I didn't really have the opportunity to learn about that. In college, I was focused on golf, getting a degree. So my first real exposure to how a building was designed or kind of what that process looks like wasn't really until after college.
I guess so. Being like a golf player, you have to be creative, though. I'd have never really put it together, but
Right.
golf is a creative game.
Definitely. You should see some of the shots I tried to pull off. Woo.
Nice. How do you think it comes out in business?
I don't know. I'm always very positive.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty, like, in the office, I always remain very positive. I'm always kind of smiley and friendly. Maybe just having a more positive outlook on life. And, even though things might look like they're not great or whatever, there's always another way. There's always an upside. That's kind of how I live.
Yeah.
I'm definitely the optimist in the group, especially like me and my dad are definitely the optimists. My brother's more of like the but. He always gives us the but this. It'll work out.
And then your mom?
I got a lot of my personality from my mom. My mom is a little more outgoing than my dad, a little more happy-go-lucky, like, more social. My dad's pretty quiet. He's definitely the most humble human being I've ever met, which is something that I've tried to learn from.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of people admire different qualities about him, and like, he is probably the most unassuming person you'd ever meet. He'll walk in with 2010 New Balance shoes on and a t-shirt, but a lot of his qualities are something that I try to emulate. Our president and COO, Brian Sewell, is probably another person that I would like to learn a lot from. He's very diplomatic, very calm, cool, collected all the time.
Yeah, that's why I love Mark Cuban. He's super rich, but he walks in
With a t-shirt on?
T-shirt on. Nice drive.
When we were in season, our coach was always trying to get us not be going home for breaks and changing much stuff in your swing, and which was good advice. The college golf season is 2 seasons, fall and spring. So you have very little time to make adjustments in your golf swing, so you kind of have to figure it out in a slump or whatever. College golf is also very time consuming.
Oh yeah, golf in general is time consuming.
Yeah. We would typically leave like Thursday after class, fly somewhere, practice around Friday, at 8 a.m. or whatever with 200 other people there, 36 Saturday, 18 Sunday, fly back Sunday. We would get like 1 extra day to do our homework, but then we had Monday lift at 6 a.m. I was like, we play golf. Can we not do like the 4 o'clock time? We had to work out with the track team too, and those. Villanova has like a top 10 track program.
Yeah.
That was a little humbling. Also get to meet a lot of interesting people in real estate. For example, Steve Wynn and Elaine Wynn.
Oh, really?
Actually, Elaine just passed away very recently. She did all of the Wynn Hotel in Vegas, all of their food and beverage. May have like a mega project is how I would describe it. Really a master planned multifamily project. Has about 1,500 multifamily units, 50,000+ square feet of retail and restaurant, all in what's called Symphony Park. It's 10 minutes from the Strip, right off of downtown Vegas, like old Vegas, I guess some people call it. But it's the Symphony Center. Obviously it's Vegas. They have some pretty amazing acts come in. But then they also have the World Market where the World Fair was a long time ago. So it's a very interesting place in the city of Las Vegas. This is when I was in college. The city of Las Vegas was trying to find a developer that could pull off doing all the projects. They had sold the land before to a different person that couldn't get it done. I'm not sure if they couldn't get financing or what the situation was. But we came in about 90% of Symphony Park. A hotel owner actually owns the last parcel, but we're very good friends with him. So once these next 2 buildings in Symphony Park get done, we're gonna maybe try to do something with him. He's a great guy. His name's Derek Stevens. He owns Circa in Vegas.
I love Circa. I go to Vegas all the time.
Okay,
actually.
so
one of my best friends grew up there.
Do you know Symphony Park?
I don't know Symphony Park. Probably if I saw it.
It's like.
But usually we're like
right across the highway or right across the street-ish from Circa.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like a 5-minute walk from Circa.
Oh, we would just go to Circa to like watch March Madness. It's my
right,
favorite time
with
of the
what do they call it?
It's just so windy up there.
So
windy.
Not Sports Social, what's it called?
It's the
Stadium Swim.
Stadium Swim, yeah.
Yep. Our president and COO, who's been with us for 25 years, my dad's right-hand man. They've done everything together. He's a big part of the company. Our first building in Symphony Park, Oric, was grand opening. And it was right when Circa opened. Derek Stevens was at the event. He had given us all of Southern Land a discount at Circa. So everyone was staying there. Yeah. And Brian gets put in a room right up against Stadium Swim. And within 10 minutes, he walks down the lobby and goes, "Do you want to switch rooms?" And I was like, "I can do that for you. I can do that for you."
Jeez, these guys asked for like another room.
Well, it was funny because it was like Stadium Swim was so loud. Yeah. I think it actually might have been March Madness. It was something was going on, but it was loud. It was a lot of fun though. Yeah. We're getting to.
I like it too because they have blackjack and they have the tables right down there too.
Right, you walk in, there's the table, and then they have the sports betting area and all that. It's a neat concept. He's a great person to know in Vegas. He really, really great guy. He's been very supportive.
Does he golf?
I don't know. I would bet you $1 he does. He loves basketball. Yeah. Loves hotels and casinos, but great guy. If he sees this, to Downey, say hello.
Yeah, we go every year actually to Vegas for March Madness. It's my favorite time.
Oh, really? See, when I was at Villanova, we won 2 national championships. Yeah. So I went at the perfect time. We got to get the basketball team back up to the standards.
Yeah.
We got a new coach coming in this year, so it should be interesting. But that was a lot of fun. I got to know a lot of the players too, being in the athletic department.
Yeah.
So the Nova Knicks, rooting for them to win it this year. Oh no.
Oh shoot. Well,
We were on the
round of the
ninth
bunker.
hole. We were playing from like 6,000 yards, but we were on the ninth hole. We were like 6 under through 8. They had live scoring. We were like tied for the lead. I forget if it was me or one of the kids I was playing with, just ripped a driver down the fairway, hit a hybrid, what we thought was literally like 5 feet away from the flag. It ended up being over the green, downhill lie in the bunker with no green to work with. Totally my fault. Somehow I convinced my playing partners that was the shot we should take. I was like, guys, I'm a good bunker player. I can do this.
Yeah, I got this.
But I didn't factor in that I haven't hit a bunker shot. And like, you know, I don't really practice bunker shots these days. We ended up making par from the side of the green. Easiest hole of the golf course, so that was tough. Yeah, I don't know why I thought we could all pull that shot off. But we did win. We shot 59,
Hey.
13 under, which was just cool. Get up there.
Better shot. Great shot.
All right.
Did your grandpa, did he start like all the land and development, or did
Nope,
your dad?
my dad has a great story. I always tell him he needs to write a book. Came from nothing. He was born in the Midwest, but all of his side of the family, he only has one living relative, his sister.
Wow.
He actually used to be a commercial cleaner, started a commercial cleaning company in Chattanooga. He would be the crew that would come into like Costco at night, clean everything. That's how he started. Little by little, he got into land development. You know, some local people that he knew that kind of helped him out along the way. Long time ago, way before I was born. Started off with a small little tin home development in Chattanooga. Not exactly in the greatest part of Chattanooga either, but he couldn't afford to actually build anything. So he dug out the lots, put in the infrastructure. That's all he could really do. And then sold them to home builders. Made a little bit of money, then started Rosemere, which is where I was born, kind of doing the same thing. Like, just.
So did he get his money originally from the commercial cleaning company though? Did he sell it or?
You know, I don't really actually know what happened to it. I assume he just kind of shut it down. But he had a couple big Chattanooga people that he knew that gave him some seed money to get him started. A lot of those people that ended up being the first investors in Westhaven.
Wow.
And that, you know.
Just was knowing the right people. And
Yeah. Also, I think his goodwill, he always wants to do the right thing, no matter what. Take a little bit less return if it makes his investors get a little bit more. I think that goes a long way in today's world.
Yeah.
Being someone that,
I think the more
you know,
you can
being
pay
able to
it forward.
trust a partner with money, and, you know, for a lot of people, it's a big deal.
You have to have a great mindset to be like, you know.
His reputation, a lot of his qualities as a person really helped him go from, you know, having to raise little bits of money here and there to now all of our current and new projects are all internal capital. We don't bring in any outside investors. Now, we have one big, massive project that we do, but I think his ability to do the right thing and be someone you can trust, and he's also just a really nice person.
Yeah.
You know he's not gonna, you know, do you wrong, kind of got him here. It helped him get started, but I think that's really what's made the biggest difference on, you know, doing some projects that a lot of people didn't understand at the time, like Westhaven.
Yeah.
Franklin was not what it is today, 25 years ago.
He just had a faith and a belief that
Yeah.
it was, and he just went with his gut, basically.
Pretty much. I mean, it's been basically the model we've followed in our master plan communities ever since. Oh, it's left. Whoops.
Oops.
You can always recognize a southern land development by the street trees. Tiniest little detail you probably wouldn't ever notice or remember unless I told you, but all of our properties have trees lining the streets. And the goal would be for them to end up canopying. We actually have our own horticulture department, which is funny. We have greenhouses. We have a massive greenhouse, actually right past the golf course, but literally we nurture plants and like we'll do landscaping services for the neighborhood and whoever else. Actually, it brings in a lot more money.
That's good money.
Yeah.
That's why I think commercial cleaning, there's a lot of people that started in landscaping and they make very, very good money from
We
that.
are very passionate about landscaping is a great detail. It's kind of like lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting and landscaping can really change the perception of a place.
Oh, yeah.
So when I graduated college, my first job, I was a leasing agent at one of our Dallas properties called Nové at Knox, right off the Knox Henderson exit. It's right on the highway. Coming from Villanova, I was in a master's program at the time. I was like, why am I doing this? This is not really how I saw my first job go. He was like, you'll thank me in a few years. And it was the greatest learning experience. And people, all the way up to my dad or Brian Sewell or Alex Fish, our CFO, kind of rely on, I have firsthand knowledge of how we operate buildings.
Yeah.
And what actually goes into leasing and some of the pain points of different designs or parking or whatever it might be. There's, you're basically running a luxury hotel, but people live there every day.
Yeah.
Some of the demand for operating side, very stringent, especially when you have a high-end clientele. They expect, that kind of service. That was one benefit from leasing. Also, just knowing how we even, how does a prospect get from filling out the contact us form to signing a lease?
There's so many details.
So many things I would have never thought of or never gotten to experience if I hadn't done that right out of college. So it was great. We have roughly 800 employees around the country, and we have a lot more stuff going on than I think I understood when I first started. As in, we have an infrastructure department. So all the infrastructure that goes into Westhaven, we do.
Wow.
Yeah. So I actually interned for a week with the infrastructure department, discovered how a road was paved, which was, as a college graduate, I was like, yeah, I would have never known that.
Yeah.
The infrastructure and horticulture internship, which kind of showed me all that side of the company. But at the time, I didn't appreciate it. And then, looking back, it was such a great experience.
No, this is not our hole.
No, it's not. Moments of greatness is what I have.
I think that helped keep you humble. Like, obviously, growing up with money.
Yeah.
Is it your dad's just personality and how, like you said, he wants to always give back, or always put you in those positions to keep you humble? Is that what
I think some of it definitely had to do with him making sure that I never took it for granted.
Which is very hard to do.
Right. I grew up very well off. You got to do all the cool stuff.
Normal kids would never be able to.
Right.
It just looks like your niece going to
Right.
stay. You know what I mean?
Oh, gosh, yeah, I can't wait till she turns 16 and ask, I wonder what first car she's going to get.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it had to do with the fact, also having an older brother. The older brothers are always going to humble you, right? My older brother, Dustin, who really didn't come up the way I did in a way. Like,
yeah, because your family's already established. Like, you guys had money.
Right.
He was like during the growing process.
Exactly. My dad had already established himself by the time I came along, but when my brother was growing up, private school tuition was a big deal. Pulling money out of savings, doing all that kind of stuff. But at the time, Westhaven was when he was 13. That was a big risk, to buy all this land and really not know how it was going to turn out.
Yeah.
Some of his very, very first investors were the first investors in Westhaven. Yeah.
I quit this hole.
Growing up with someone who not only started from really nothing, but started the company himself, grew it to what it is now. It's easy to understand where he came from, how he got here.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't just like his grandfather started it, he took it over.
Do you think it'd be harder then, and you'd be harder to stay as humble when you didn't see firsthand the struggles?
Yes, I think it would be very difficult.
That's why you think a lot of kids who end up coming from money, they have that bad reputation.
I think some people choose to embrace it, understand that when they walk in their office, their dad's their dad, but I call him Tim in the office.
Yeah.
Because it makes everyone feel so uncomfortable when I go, hey, Dad.
Yeah.
So I call him Tim in the office and try to keep it as professional as possible. But, let me hold this real quick. Oh, did he do it?
We have to have at least one good shot on this hole.
Right? Is that deep again?
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the people that I grew up with that either one end up resenting, their family's wealth as a whole.
Yeah, a lot of people do. That's
lot
why
of
it's
people-
interesting that you guys are both part of the family
So,
business.
Yeah, there's so many great things we can do we employ 800 people.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Huge. How many lives like you're basically saving?
Right, and not only those 800 people, but their families, their livelihood.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that we have to do to make that happen, but I think some people that grow up with money just think that it's egregious and that, someone shouldn't be living in a mobile home versus penthouse in Central Park or whatever. Totally understand the theory of that, but for us, or for me at least, and I think my dad would say the same thing, there's so many great things you can do with a blessing like having a lot of money that you're able to share. We have an angel fund, or what we call the angel fund. Basically, you can write in, go to Southern Land's website, click angel fund, you just write in. It can be anything from, we get a lot of like battered women's shelters that need new fridges or mattresses or whatever it might be. A single mom lost her job, her car broke down, she can't pay her rent.
Yeah.
She got to get her car fixed. And basically it's either that, she somehow manages to do that, or is homeless with her 2 kids or whatever.
Yeah.
They can write in, we'll make a same day donation, or we'll pay for it actually is what a lot of times we do. Like if they need a car fixed, we'll pay the dealership to fix it, to make sure it gets fixed and properly and whatever. We try to do one act of service a day. So 365 a day.
So do all of your employees know that too?
Yeah,
Like it's
so-
known throughout the company?
So we try to advertise it as much as we can across the country because, it's not just, Nashville people that are in need, especially in like Philadelphia, New York, Vegas, everywhere has people in need. So we try to make sure that our property teams and regional offices are very well versed in it. I'll show you an example in a minute, but it's literally as simple as you fill out this little form, basically just says why you need it, what you need, and submit it.
Is that part of your core values? Like in the company, like every single person knows?
Yeah, usually we have $2 million a year to give away. That's kind of like usually the start goal. And what's kind of sad is we almost never end up being able to give it all away.
Wow.
We already allocated the money. We want to do all the stuff, but sometimes people don't write in. I was in Philadelphia a couple weeks ago and someone was telling me about a resident whose mom was, beaten up by a boyfriend or what, I forget the whole situation, but she ended up becoming homeless, was moving in with him, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, why didn't you, you could have sent that to the Angel Fund. We would have done something to try to help.
Yeah. I know somebody she's got basically a food pantry in Dallas. It's called Minnie's Food Pantry.
Yeah.
I need to tell her about that because
Please do.
She helps not only homeless, but what she wants to do too is make it different. Like if there's a dented can, they don't get a dented can. She wants every single homeless person to feel like they're not just like some used.
Exactly.
Something.
There's
Her name's Cheryl Daxon. I'll connect you.
That'd be great because
with her,
truly we have.
She's always looking for people to help.
We get a lot of the same organizations or same groups that write in. They get familiar with it, and a lot of it's battered women, homeless shelters, foster clinics, stuff like something that's really going to make an impact on someone's life that day is what we try to do. We're not going to give you $5,000 for college tuition, but we want to make an impact on your life that's really, we're their last hope.
Yeah.
And we will literally write a check right there. We'll bring it to them, whatever they need to get their situation taken care of, or that's our goal.
My other really good friend, they started one, it's called Dallas United for Good. And so they work just in South Dallas because there are a lot of people that just don't really realize how bad South Dallas is. And so somebody who's like, there's a tree that's about to fall in their house and they're about to be evicted, they'll go and take down the tree in order for them not to be evicted. They'll like make sure their house is like up to standards and stuff like that. So he's hitting another good one. So
that's kind of something,
because I think it's all about life is paying it forward. I told him like all my clothes are hand-me-downs. Like every time I've gone, like you're like, oh, you want these from like your driving range? Or like, it's my next thing. I need to get fitted.
Do you play a lot? I assume you play all the time.
Well, now I play like a couple times a week, but owning my own business.
Play when you can.
Yeah, but I've started to obviously a lot more because you can't suck at golf and do a
Right.
podcast with it. So
Great concept. Golf podcast?
thanks.
Golfcast.
Golfcast. Probably better off playing yours though. You think?
Hopefully.
Sometimes people think like money's such a bad thing, but I'm like, the more money you have, the more people you can help. That's why I want to be wealthy.
Yeah. I think that's really the most rewarding thing of growing up with money and being around money is, and some people don't appreciate that side of it. Some people are just kind of egregious and, they're not exactly charismatic type people, and sometimes that happens. But I think one of the coolest things is that for me, like, I know my kids will be able to go to school and whatever else, and that's great. But also, most of my friends came from some kind of money.
Yeah.
Some didn't. I have a pretty wide range of people, but knowing that if something were to happen to someone that I care about, that I would be able to help them in some way is probably the most rewarding thing for me. I think my dad would say the same thing too, like
Teaching your kids that too.
I mean, some people are in dire situations and it's something that's not gonna change my life, but will significantly impact theirs.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to be able to do for anyone. Oh no. Oh, chunky, chunky, chunky.
Oh!
Actually, while we're here, another fun fact, we have swans in all of our developments.
Oh, why?
When I was in Chattanooga, we had 2 swans, Zach and Wheezy from Dragon Tales, and we brought them, I don't know how my dad convinced my mom to let him do this, but we brought them to Nashville when we moved. They were in one of the ponds in Laurelbrook, and now it's become like a thing. Most of our communities have real swans.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Go in.
Nice.
Whew. Whew. So the premise of the Angel Fund, I'm not gonna take credit for thinking of the idea, but we were at Logan's Roadhouse. We were the same waitress every single Saturday. Nicest lady in the world. We got to know her like on a very personal level. Telling us about her family owned some land in Texas. I think maybe it was her brother or dad passed away. She didn't really know how to go about getting it surveyed, and she's like, hey, if I were to send over some stuff, would you be willing to take a look at it? And he was like, absolutely, I'd be happy to. And so he does, but one day, and this, I'm like 10 at the time, so keep that in mind. I was like, Dad, I know you always tip like 20%, but why don't you give her like $1,000 or something?
Yeah.
I was like, she could use it more than you could.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, that's it's not something you do at a restaurant. He was like, I'm glad you noticed that. Because I had like pretty much made a speech on her behalf.
Yeah.
I was like, that's like a, half a week's pay for her or whatever. Like, that'd probably change her life and it's not going to mean anything to you.
Yeah.
Like, why not do it? And he was like, well, I don't even know what he said. He was probably just like, I'm not going to give just $1,000 at a Logan's when our meal was $22. But he was like, that's the point I've been trying to teach you is, you have to recognize that not everyone comes from your background.
Yeah.
And that just a little gesture can go a long way in really changing someone's life.
Yeah.
And so from that, as I was a little bit older and he started the Angel Fund, we've always tried to find a better name than the Angel Fund. No, we can never come up with one. But from kind of that whole thing, we decided that a lot of our charitable contributions would go to people directly to people, not to no diss to any of the big organizations, but sometimes you give a lot of money to somewhere and you don't really know where it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't really know who it impacted.
Yeah.
Our Angel Fund, we get thank you letters, we get all sorts of stuff. So you really see how a little gesture really touches and changes people's whole trajectory of life. So,
yeah. It's funny now, people go to restaurants though, and like 10 people will go to a restaurant and they'll all tip $100. So they actually get $1,000.
That's
a lot of
good
people
idea.
do that these days. So it's funny that you invented it when you were 10.
I'll take credit for it.
Yeah.
still left. Last drive on 9, I'm gonna hit it 400 yards in the middle of the fairway.
One of my favorite questions to ask people though is, what do you think your superpower is?
My superpower,
I think everybody has a superpower, not a lot of people tapped into it though.
first thing that came to my mind was emotional intelligence. Get along with everyone. I tend to think I have a lot of friends, but understanding other people and what they're struggling with, as in like, it might be in business or in life, but trying to show someone how to do something. Understanding and being compassionate about what they might not understand and they're new or whatever it might be, and helping them get there, I think is one of my strong suits. Yeah, I think
that's a huge superpower because a lot of people aren't patient.
I think emotional intelligence and you're trying to understand other people's side of the story.
Yeah.
Full transparency. I think I actually learned that leasing apartments. My first job out of college, because to sell someone on something, you kind of have to understand their perspective, what they do like, what they don't like, what they're looking for. So walking through a building with a total stranger that you're trying to get to spend $5,000 a month on an apartment, you kind of have to convince them that this is going to meet their needs.
Yeah.
Right. And I think understanding that has helped me get a lot further in not only life, but in, professionally as well, just being able to work together with people and understand that like we can discuss a topic. I can have one opinion, they can have another, but I can understand why they feel that way.
Yeah.
And, they hopefully understand why I feel this way.
Yeah.
I think that goes for a lot of things. In the world today, I think that's difficult.
Oh,
a lot of people just decide to yell at each other instead of...
Yeah. Well, it's like coaching, right? People try to coach everybody the same when everybody's different. Nice.
All right, we're in the fairway. Let's go. I think being able to understand someone else's perspective is really, really helpful in any situation. A lot of the people that I work with on a daily basis, I've never actually met, or, especially during COVID, I had never met. Not actually having like the in-person side of like understanding who someone is.
Right.
Understanding their perspective on things over Zoom is more difficult, but it's more important. Because I think sometimes an email or a text or something you said in a meeting may be perceived the wrong way over a Zoom call, but that's not actually what you meant, or they may take it the wrong way. So understanding kind of how to operate with different types of people and in different situations. Like I said, my day job is multifamily revenue, but I do all of our development meetings, all of our design meetings.
Managing people.
What the interior design team might need versus what construction may need are two totally separate organisms that all have their purpose, but understanding how each of them function and then how I can understand their perspective on it helps us get things done.
But that's huge emotional intelligence, especially developing that where you came from. Quit.
How are you supposed to play without high nins?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. But you're doing a damn good job of it.
Yes. See, moments of greatness.
It's golf and that's life.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so synonymous. Like, if I let every single one of these shots affect me, I'd be like, quit.
Yeah, you quit and have a mental breakdown.
Yeah, or like even like this podcast, I'm like, I'm a terrible golfer. Nobody's ever listened to it. Just like your dad, like he had the faith and he was like, I know this is gonna work out.
Yeah, one of the big things that he had to overcome was 2008, and he actually came out, that ended up being some of his best, that's really kind of what sent him into the stratosphere, for lack of a better term, is 2008. He's a very risk-averse guy.
Risk-averse?
Very. I mean,
which is so funny as an entrepreneur. How are you risk adverse?
I mean, he maybe he wasn't back in the day. I wasn't there for that, but today he's extremely cautious. We don't do any deals that are over leveraged. Typically we're 60-40 on multifamily equity to debt. Again, we have all of our equities internal at this point, so he's putting up the extra money when a lot of multifamily developers, especially pre-2022 when interest rates went crazy, a lot of them be 80-20.
Yeah.
And that's when you can get in some serious trouble if things go sideways. That's another thing that I've definitely learned. In the good times, you may not make out like a bandit, like some 80-20, but in the bad times, when they're sweating every single lease or every day, wondering if, especially like in the world today with commercial real estate debt being so exposed, we don't have a single project where really, I mean, knock on wood, but his mantra of only doing deals that we can legitimately pull off and not be overexposed single-handedly got him through 2008. He didn't take any big risks. He just kind of said he'll take a lesser return those couple of years and got through it, came out great, came out ahead, and came out alive. And 2008 was the big thing. Redid some of this golf course. It was designed by Arthur Hills, who's a very well-known golf course architect. The story that I've heard was that we told him we wanted this is going to be really a country club neighborhood environment. We want it to be a really, really nice, enjoyable place to play for the guy that plays once a month with his buddies and can, whack it around with all the great amenities and teaching centers and whatnot. The greens used to be significantly more elevated than they are now. Hole 11, they took it down almost 30 yards.
Oh, wow.
So the green, you literally just hit downhill, and then you'd be chipping like 60 yards straight uphill. They flattened that out, made the course a lot more playable. The AJGA is like the premier junior golf league. All nationally ranked kids. Pretty much if you're playing in the AJGA, you're playing in college. A lot of former AJGA guys are on tour, Spieth, Scheffler, all those guys, all AJGA people. They had a invitational out here when I was a 8th grader, and the winning score was even par. In comparison, the AJGA went to Richland, and I think the winner was 16 under over 3 days, which is, it was Sam Burns, who almost won the US Open, but he played lights out. He was a pretty incredible kid to play with. When the greens were so elevated, no one could really go super, super low out here. Whew. That's a good one.
At 400.
Strong right there.
The golf course would just punish you.
No, that becomes very tough.
It was almost frustrating to play.
Yeah.
Because you would hit this beautiful iron shot. It would go 1 foot over the green, and you'd end up 20 yards, you'd be hitting up a hill to a back pin. You're like, I got nothing. You're gonna make bogey every time.
Well, it's already frustrating enough, so then you add that.
Right. I did learn how to hit some crazy, my flop shot game rivals Virgil and Phil Mickelson.
Oh, Phil?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I used to. I don't know if I still do. It's all right. I'm in play. We're good.
Another question that I usually I ask everybody is, what are 3 things in life you think that can help make somebody successful?
Showing up on time and doing what you say you're gonna do when you said you would do it.
Okay.
I don't know if that kind of counts as 3, but I think there's so many people that I literally witness every day that get in 8:59 and they leave at 5:02 on the dot. You ask them for, hey, you said you'd have this to me by Thursday. It's now Monday. When can I expect it? And things happen. I'm not saying they don't. But if you say, hey, I'm going to get this to you Thursday, and you get it to them, especially if it's like your boss or your superior, Wednesday night, so they can look at it before your meeting or whatever, that really puts you in a good position. I also think that for me, I had the opportunity to have a lot of great schooling. A lot of, I went to the London School of Economics. I got to do a lot of great educational things, but finding something that I was passionate about, and real estate was that, makes all the difference in the world. If I was working at an accounting firm, I would be pretty bored and not really, wouldn't love it. And then it's harder to become successful. For me, in my job, I almost think of it as a hobby. I'll do extra things or research different topics or try to figure out what's the next thing coming that I need to be ready for in my free time. You can ask my dad if he could block my number after work, he would, because I'll see an article, send it to him. Hey, this is cool. What do you think about this? I bombard him. I know when he's had enough. I don't think you can do anything that well if you don't love it.
I think few people actually know their passion too, though.
That's
they
also
don't actually
true.
take the time to figure out who they are as a person and what they're actually passionate about. They just go off of, like, for you, for example, you're passionate about this, but a lot of people would have gone into the family business because it's what they're supposed to do.
Right.
They have to do it. They have to take it over. And then that's
Exactly.
when they get bitter because they don't realize, like, this isn't what I actually love.
I just turned 28, so I'm in a pretty fascinating part of life right now. I have a lot of friends that are engaged, a lot of friends that have recently gotten married. I've gone to too many weddings this year. Too many weddings. All fun, all great, but being 28, you have people that are still finding themselves.
Yeah.
People that they know their career path.
Yeah.
People that are married, people that have kids, all in the same age group.
Yeah.
A lot of them still don't really know what they truly want to do for the rest of their life. I think that's fine. I don't think you have to figure it out right away. Turn a little bit.
There we go.
I think there's this like rush for some people when they go to college and they see these influencers or whatever living this crazy life, or young pop stars that make millions and millions of dollars. There's a rush to find or to get rich quick, I guess.
Quit.
They're always like, I have a lot of friends that feel like they're behind because they're not, they haven't been promoted yet, or they really don't know what they want to do.
Yeah.
Long term. A lot of my friends will come to me for advice, or they'll chat with my dad or whoever it might be about, what do you think? Are there any opportunities I'm not looking at? And I think that a lot of being 28 is you see all these different people in different parts of life, and you usually envy one or the other. Some people envy the kid that's still living off his parents' credit card.
Yeah.
Right? And then some people envy the already being married and having a kid and whatever else. And then you have the people that are just kind of trying to figure everything
I think some
out.
people, like, again, it's like ingrained in us, like, oh, you're supposed to be 28. Oh, my friends are getting married. Like,
I'm supposed to get married, and
you're
I think
supposed to be married. Like,
I think that's a bad. I don't
a
know.
total bad outlook, but we're ingrained in all this stuff in our subconscious, and so
You feel like you're left behind when you're not doing
Yeah,
these,
we're not-
what the status quo is, or what you feel like the status quo is. And
I felt like that too. And I'm like, I'm about to be 40, and I feel like I just found my passion with this podcast, right? But like, I'm not married, don't have kids, but for a long time I felt like, oh, man, I'm missing out. And I don't think there's any time, especially for an entrepreneur, to be like, oh, I'm too old to start something. Like,
I mean, we just got in the
what's the name
restaurant
that
business.
developed KFC? What aren't you guys doing, first of all? Second of all,
That's a
what's his name from
questionable
KFC was, he didn't get rich until he was 65.
Exactly.
What's his name?
They own Yum Brands, KFC, Taco Bell, and
Yeah.
what's the KFC guy's name? Not the
No, he developed Colonel Sanders.
That's what I was thinking, Colonel
Like,
Sanders.
That was like such an easy name. I don't want to call him Kenny Rogers for a second, but
Kenny Rogers.
Colonel Sanders.
I think Kenny Rogers.
He didn't
was
become
on
wealthy until he
Netflix.
was 65, but he just never gave up,
Yeah.
Nice. That a way to end it. And then I always love to end by, thank you so much for doing this and letting us play your home course, but like, however I can be of service to you, especially with the Angel Fund,
Me as
please
well.
let me know.
Me as well.
'Cause I think that's what life's all about at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. Meeting great people, having
Yeah.
great experiences. I love this whole thing.
Good.
I'm excited to see everything.
Thank
But
you.
if you're ever back in Nashville,
I'm coming back.
you have a free pass to play here whenever you want, with or
Thank
without me
you.
and Virgil. Whatever you
Thank
want to
you.
do,
I
I'm happy
appreciate
to.
that.
If we have another golf course somewhere, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have another
Yeah.
golf course.
Yeah.